In this video, we'll see how to create a list box into your user form itself. Let us see that. Now, I'll just go to this developer tab, click on this Visual Basic. We have already seen 4 forms. Now let us create one more form, user form 5. I'll go to insert, click on this user form 5. And now if you want to create a list box, you see on the toolbox, if you click here, you can see there's a toolbox. So I'll show you where's the list box here. Yeah, the list box is this place. So if you keep your cursor there, you can get a tool tip from where you can understand it's a list box. So once you click on this list box, if I click on this list box, and you can draw this list box on your screen itself like this. Now this is the list box which is totally empty. It looks like a text box, but it is not a text box, it is a list box. How do you identify whether it is a list box or a text box? If the object is selected, you can see the name is given as list box. If the text box is selected, you'll get as text box 1. Here it is list box 1. Now the list box is totally empty. You need to have some data inside that list box. How do you add some data to that list box? Very easy and simple. So first thing is, I'll try to retrieve a data from the sheet. So for that, I should have some data in the sheet itself. I'll type here some data. I'll type here as Jan and I'll drag down till December, right? So what I'll do is, I want to import this data into my list box. So I don't have to type inside that list box again. So I'll just go back to this Visual Basic. Yeah, that's a list box which is totally empty. Scroll down, select this list box, scroll down, and you find somewhere given as this one, raw source. So if you scroll a bit up, yeah, this one is raw source. If you click on this raw source, what you have to do is, you have to type the area, you have to type the source name from where you're going to pick up the data. So I'll type here the address as sheet 1 exclamation A1 to A12. If you observe, I am giving the reference sheet 1 exclamation A1 to A12, and the moment I click outside, the data would be filled here. If I click outside, the data would be filled here. It's very simple. If you want to see that, I'll just go to that sheet, go to that cell. I'll come back here. Now instead of Jan, if you type the full form as January here like that, and if you drag down till December, now what will happen is, if you go back to this Visual Basic, and if you see, the data has changed automatically here, right? So the data is Jan to December entirely. Sorry, you have to just, yeah, I'll just click on this user form. Yeah, that's the data given here, right? Now let us try to write some coding part. If you double click or if you select some data, what is the message, what is the output you want? Okay, so let's go for the coding part. But before coding part, I'll just execute it. I'll just click on this run button. You see, it looks like that. Jan to December, the entire data I've got it. I'll close it. Now we'll go to the coding part. If you double click on this Jan anywhere or any data, if you double click, you'll get private sub list box 1 underscore click. Now when you click on that particular thing, some action will happen, something will occur. But I don't want for just click, I want for double click. So if you want for double click, you can just select from here the different events. So I'll say as double click. And if you see, I've got as list box 1 double click, that is given as by value, cancel, and they have given some data here. Now I'll just delete the upper portion from here. Upper portion I'll delete here. And now I'll type here as message box. What do I want to display? A message box. Whatever data I have selected, whatever data you select that you want to display. So the data would be on the user form, in that you have the list box, and that is a value. So message box, I'll type here as user form 5 dot list box 1 dot value. Very simple. So message box user form 5 list box 1, in that you have some value, display that value. Let us try to execute. I'll keep my cursor, execute that. Now if you click on January, nothing will happen. April, July, nothing will happen. If you double click on that, you see what happens. Double click and you'll see the data is given as January. If you double click on July, you'll get this answer as July. Double click on September, you'll get as September. So I'll just click on this close button. So what we have done basically is, if I double click and take you there, so message box, in the user form, I have one list box. In that list box, what is the value? You have to display that. If you want, you can bring into your particular cells also, whichever cell you want, you can add the data at this place itself, right? So I hope you're able to understand how to add a simple list box into your user form using the Excel VBA. That's all for this video. In this video, we'll see how to get the input from the user. That is, you can use input box. That's an inbuilt function, input box. Till now, whatever we've seen, all the videos we have seen how to display the message. Maybe it a number, it might be a text, or it might be a date. Let us see how do we get the input from the user using input box. Let us see that. Now I'm in the same file Excel VBA boxes because I'm using message box, input box, everything in that. So I'll go to developer tab, click on this Visual Basic. I have already created here input box f underscore input box 1, and I have created here a sub procedure input box 1. Remember, I cannot type input box. I have to type as input box 1 because it is a reserved keyword. Input box is a reserved keyword. I have to type as input box 1. Let us see that. If I want to display an input box, how do I get it? Simply type input box and start typing double quotes, enter the data. That's it. Input box, enter the data, and I'll just click on this run button. So if you observe here, enter the data is nothing but the body text, or you can say as prompt. I have got a text box which is asking me to enter some data, and there are two buttons, OK and cancel. The heading is given as Microsoft Excel. So that's it. So if I type something, let's say I can just type here anything and click on OK, right? But if you observe, that's input box, enter the data which is given here. The data which I have typed is not getting stored at any place, any variable. So what I want is the data which is accepting in input box, I want to store in some variable. Let's say a variable, a equal to, and when I say a equal to, whatever data I type, that will be stored into this variable a. But observe, if I click outside, I'll get an error message. Why? Because if you're getting some input from a function, okay, I'll click on OK, you have to put a brackets over here, only then it will be accepted. So make sure you put a brackets here, like this, and now let's say what happens, I'll get the value stored into this variable a, and I want to display this with the help of message box a. We have learned message box, and now I'll click on this run button, enter the data, I can type here my name, okay, and the same name is displayed with the help of message box because I've asked him to display as a message box itself, right? So that is one part itself. Now input box, enter the data, that is the text. I'll just execute it, enter the data. But here the title, I want to change the title. I do not want Microsoft Excel, I want something else. So how do I do that? I'll click on OK. I'll remove the brackets which is closing, I'll put a comma. Now same syntax which I used for message box, similar to that, I get a help, input box prompt in comma bracket title. If you see the square brackets, it means the square bracket means it means optional. Even if you don't use the title and the remaining part, still it's okay, not a problem. So I'll say I want a title in double quotes. I can type as I'll reduce this comma double quotes. I'll type here a title as MS Excel VBA, capital Excel VBA, comma, okay. If you see comma, again it is saying, do you want to type some default text? After putting a comma, if you see it is getting bold, do you want to type some default text? So I'll say default text is hello, hello. So if you see, this one becomes the prompt or the body text, second will become as the title text, and the third one will become a default text. Let us see, let us observe. If I execute that, now if you see, earlier it was enter, now it is also enter. Here it is given as MS Excel VBA, the title text, and here if you see the default, some people they do not type some data, directly they click on OK button. So what is the default data do you want? So right now default data is nothing but as given as hello. So I'll just click on OK. I'll not type anything, I'll click on OK. And if you see, the same text is displayed in the form of message box as hello part, right? That's simple here. And after that, one more thing I'll show you here. After that, if I put again a comma after this hello, I'm getting the X position and Y position, X position and Y position of the input box. If I type here as 200, 200 and close the bracket. So if you observe here, I'll close this one, it's taking some space. Yeah, hello comma 200 comma 200, x position 200, y position 200 with respect to my screen, with respect to my desktop screen. If I execute this, and if you see, the message box went on the top, x position 200, y position 200. I'll click on cancel, I'll click on OK. If I change to 2000 and 2000, let us see what happens. If I click on this run button, now this position is 2000 and 2000 with respect to my screen, that's a desktop screen. I'll click on OK and I'll click on OK button, right? So I hope you're able to understand how do we get an input from the user using this input message box. Enter, that's the prompt, body text, or you can say as title text, the default x position, y position, and how do we display with the help of message box. I hope you have understood. That's all for this video. In this video, we'll be learning about how to create labels and buttons on your user form and how do we create a relation between both of them. Let us see that. Now, I'll just go to the same file, Excel VBA user form, developer tab, click on this Visual Basic, and earlier we have created user form 1. I'll create another user form 2. So I'll just go to this insert menu bar and I'll click on this user form. So now the next name is user form 2, that's a second user form. Again, it is a blank user form. So what I'll do is I'll first create a label, okay, and I'll try to modify the font color, the font size, and so on. So here I have, if I click on this place, I get this toolbox at this place. So what I'll do is I'll first create a label. The first one, if you see, that's a label given here, that is the A. So I'll click on this label and I'll draw a label over here, select that, and I'll just draw it like this. Now by default the caption is given as label 1. So if you want to change it, you have to just click on this place and again you have to go to this caption part, label 1. So if you just rename this label 1, I'll just give the number as 1 itself. So I'll remove this and I'll type here as 1. Now when I type it 1, if you see, it has changed, but the font is very small. If I want to change the font, what I can do is I can select this label and I can go to this font part, that is the font given here, and if you see, there are 3 dots. If I click on this 3 dots, I'll get this font dialog box. I'll just change this font, I'll change it to 36, make it as bold, click on OK. So if you see, I have got the number 1, which is now a bit visible. If I want to change the alignment, okay, now the font and the font style has been changed. If you want to bring in middle somewhere the alignment, you can search from this place like this. I'll scroll down and I'll search for text align and I'll click on this drop down. Text align, there is a left, center and right. So I'll click on this center part. Now the font size and the alignment has also been changed. Now after this label, if I want to create one more button on this place, simply you have to click on this form and you'll get a toolbox. So on this toolbox, if you see, there's a button given. So I'll just select this button, that is command button, and I'll draw here a button. So if I click on this place and I'll just draw a button here, that is command button 1. So if you want to rename, again the same method, click on this caption and I'll just rename it to add. I'll type here as add, and if you want to change something, let's say as the font, again I'll click on this font, say as I want as 36 bold, okay, yeah, 36 bold, okay. So if I want, I can just reduce the size 28. Yeah, I think it is better now. So add I've created here, that's a button. If you want to create somewhere similar to that, you can just drag and drop here. Press Control key from a keyboard and then use your mouse, left click, and you can just drag it like this. So I'll not dragged, so I'll just again click on this place. Yeah. Otherwise you can press Control C, Control V. So that's the simplest one where you can create another command button. You don't have to follow again. So what is the benefit of this? You don't have to create again a button, change the font size and other things. Now this is the add button. I'll name it to as subtract. I'll just type here as SUB. So I'll just go to this caption, type here as SUB. Now I'll change the user form to the name of the user form to, I'll say as calculation. So I'll select the form, go to caption and I'll say as calculation. Calculation, clicked on this place. Now the form is ready, only the user interface is ready. So if I click on this place and I see the calculation 1, add and sub. If you want, you can just bring on the center part, some alignment you can do. Now what I want is, I want to create a program that if I keep on clicking on add, it should keep on incrementing the number. So if I click on add, it should show 2, again add 3, again add 4. And I want to create something for sub, that is subtraction. If it is 1, it should become 0. Again from 0, -1, and so on. So add and subtract will do this 2 parts. So but now if I click on this place, nothing is happening. If I click on this place, nothing is happening, because right now the form is in the execution mode. So I'll just click on this close button. This is in the design mode. So let us see now. Remember, if I click on this place, this number should get incremented. Now, can you tell me what is the location of this? How do you name it? The location for this one is, the name is given as label 1, that is the logical name, label 1. And this is a child of this window, and the name of this window is user form 2. So this one is label 1. If you see, label 1 is a child of user form 2. That's a user form 2. Let us see now. If I double click on this place, if I double click on this add button, I come to this place where I can write the coding part. Private sub procedure command button, when it is clicked, what should happen? So I'll type here a simple code, user form 2 dot, in that I have label 1 dot, and I want to work with the caption. Label 1, that is the caption. I cannot type here a value, I can type here a caption, equal to user form 2, sorry, and then label 1 dot caption plus 1. So what will happen now is, user form 2, I'll just come here, user form 2 dot label dot caption equal to user form 2 dot label dot caption plus 1. So every time you click, it will be incremented by 1. So if you want to observe, if you want to see what will happen is, I'll just double click on this user form and I'll click on this play button or run button. Now if I click on this, you see the numbers have been added, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But for this subtraction, there is no coding written, so it will not work. So if I click on this place, what is happening is, the previous number plus 1, it is getting incremented. So I'll just click on this close part, double click on this add, and if you see again, what has happened is, user form 2, that's a parent, that's a child button, okay, that's a label, and then dot caption equal to plus 1, they have given it, right? That is for command button 1. Command button 1 for addition. If you want to work for the subtraction, again I'll go back to user form 2. This is the subtraction. I'll just click on this subtraction part. Now if you can just calculate, the only thing is, I'll just copy the same thing, paste here, instead of plus 1, I'll put as -1. The same line I'll copy and I'll paste here, instead of plus 1, I'll put as -1. So I'll just copy this first, Control C, and here I'll put Control V, V for paste. Yeah. Now what I'll do is, I'll change this plus 1, I'll put a backspace, -1. You see the difference? No difference. Only the thing is plus and minus, similar sentences. This is command button 2. Now if you want to understand which is command button 2, now you can go back to this place, that is user form 2, and this one, if I click on this place, that is nothing but command button 2 itself. Okay, let us now execute and understand. I'll just click on this run. It's working, add is working fine, subtract is also working fine. If you see, the number is decremented by 1, the number is incremented by 1, and it is working fine. So these are buttons, this is a label, and that's a user form on which you're doing some calculations, right? Like this. And finally, I'll bring it to 0. If you don't bring, it's not a problem. Just click on this close button, will work fine, right? So I hope you're able to understand how to insert labels and the buttons and how do we do a relation between them. That's all for this video.
Hello friends, welcome back. My name is Priyendra Kumar, and in this video we will learn how to create combo box in a user form. So as you are seeing my screen, I have created a user form. If I will click on this button, then this user form will be displayed here, and in this user form I have created multiple combo boxes. So you can see here I have created a combo box for day. You can see the list of day. Here I have created combo box for month, and here I have created combo box for year, and here I have created a text box and this combo box which is currently blank. So I can add the items in this category combo box by using this text box. For example, if I want to add a item 111 in this combo box, then I will click on this button and category added to the list. You can see the 111 is available now here in drop down. Similarly, if I will put, let's say, 222, then click on add to category, then you can see the list is here. We can add anything, any text, and click on this button and you can see the category here. So I will tell you today how we can create these drop down by using this data from the sheets or by using the coding, and how we can create a list on the real time by using the text box and the command button like this. So let's start. I'm closing this user form and I'm going to the Visual Basic. So this is the user form which I have created, but I will tell you from the starting. So I'll insert another user form. This is the new user form. Here in this user form, first of all, I'll go to the properties and we'll change the name of this user form. Let's say I'm putting the name of my combo box, or you can give any other name. And here in caption I'm giving combo box in VBA. You can take any background color, as I have taken in this my form. I have taken this color. Let's say this time I'm taking any color. I'm taking this one, or I'm taking this one. So now we will create the these combo boxes like that. So first of all, I'll insert a frame from here, this frame, and I will resize this. Now right click and go to the properties. Here in properties, I'll change the font. First of all, make it bold and 10 like that, and the caption also I'll change. You can put any caption, so I'm putting here combo box in VBA. Okay, so you can see the result here. Now here I'll create the three label and a combo box. So I'm creating first label. Click on this label and click here. So let's say I'm taking this label for days. Then I will take a combo box. This is the combo box, friends. So click here and just click here, and you can resize it as per your requirement. Now I'll select the label and this combo box together and copy and paste here, and I will keep this here and paste it again. This time I will keep it here. Now change this label. I'll take days, then month, and then here years. Okay, so friends, now we'll start the coding. You can format these combo box also. Right click and go to the properties. You can take the effects, special effects, any like this one. You can see the changes here. If you want to take any background color for the combo box, you can take that one also. So I'm not taking at this time. Now this the properties, and we'll check the name. So this is the combo box 1, this is combo box 2, and this is combo box 3. So you can rename also as per your requirement. So now combo box 1 is for days. So first of all, I will double click on this user form. So here you will see this private sub user form. Click. Now I'll go to this drop down, and here I will select activate in place of click. Now we will remove this click option. So here we will put our code on the activation of this user form. As soon as the user form will be activated, this code will run. So I'm giving the, let's say, for combo box 1 for days, me dot combo box 1 dot, first of all we should clear the combo box each time, otherwise what will happen, it will add duplicate values in it. Okay, so that is the reason I'm using me dot combo box 1 dot clear, then me dot combo box 1 dot add item. We will add the item like this. So we can take the name like sun, then we can copy this and paste here, paste same, and we can rename this, then this, so either we can give the tags like this, and then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Okay, this is the one method to add the item into the combo box. So let me run this user form. We can run from here, or we can press F5 also. So now you can see the drop down is available for days. Okay friend, now we will create the drop down for month. So I'll tell you the second method. We can take the help of this sheet also, so we can create the drop down directly from here. So I'll tell you how we can create. So first of all, I'll take a variable for sheet, dim sh as worksheet, then dim I as integer, then I will set sh as this workbook dot sheets, and here in sheets I'll take the name of the sheet, which is combo box, and now I will use a loop here for I equal to 2 because our data is starting from row number 2. First row is headers. Okay, so 2 then the last row. So to making the last row dynamic, we are taking month is on a column, so I'll use sh dot range a and application dot rows dot count dot and here I'll take xlf dot rows. So this is the method to get the last row. Okay, and then I'll use next type. So I'll telling you how it works. So last row means I'm getting the last row. I'm going to the a column first, a, then I'm going to the last row first in this row, then I'll use xlf by using the control button and up arrow like this, and this, the row number of this is my last row, so last row is 13. Okay, that's how it's work. Now I'll use so first of all, before the loop I'll use me dot combo box 2. The month combo box is combo box 2 dot clear, and now we will add item in this combo box 2 dot add item, and now we will give the value of the item like we have given here. So we will give the range sh dot range, then a and I dot value. Now let's click on this play button. Now you can see the month also, a drop down is available, so it's taking the data from here and it is totally dynamic. If I will add something here like this, then I will run this user form, then you will get this from here. So it's a dynamic list. Okay, now let me clear this. Similarly, we will add years. To adding the years, I will just copy this thing and paste it here. I'll change it as 3. I'll change it as 3, this one, and here we will take C because years on is C column, and similarly here we'll take C here. And let me run this again, so you can see year list is also available. Now we will create this one. To creating this, I will select this, copy and paste it here. Now I will insert a text box. Let's say this is the category, sorry, resize this, and this is the category list, and this is the category text. And I will create a text box, this text box here, like that. Then I will insert a command button here, resize this, and we can change the name, add to category. Okay, now we can check the property of this. This is the text box 1, and this is the text box combo box 4. So if I will run this, you can see nothing is available in this drop down. If I will add something and click on this, it will not work because we have not put any code on this command button. So what I will do, I'll click on this, and then I'll add me dot combo box 4, which is the category combo box, dot add item, and the item will be me dot text box 1 dot value. Okay, and then here we will clear the text box 1 value once that value will be added to combo box 4 dot value equal to blank now. And here we can give a message also, category added to combo box. Okay, so let's check. I'm running this. Here you can see nothing is here. Now if I will put something and add to category, so you can see it is added here, ABCD, and added to the combo box. You can see it's adding. So that's how it works, friend. Now I will tell you how can you display this user form. So first of all, I will insert ActiveX command button from here, and now we can double click on this. You can rename it by using the property from here, property, and you can give the caption like I have given here, show my user form, or anything else. Now double click on this, and you can give the name as I have given here. So now the name of my user form is my combo box dot so. Okay, so now remove this design mode, and now check. This is the user form which we have created, and this is the user form which I have created earlier. So you can check it. You can take this. So that's how you can create this. Friends, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I'll upload this Excel file to my Google Drive, and you can download it from there. I'll give the link in video description box, so you can check the codes from there, and in this button, and all the code will be available in that file. Thank you so much for the watching.